I was hoping
Yeah, got you.
KD2Times, you could run us back to being the youngest KD2Times that you could remember being, and walk us through a little bit about what it sounded like to be you growing up in all this.
Oh, yo, that's a very impactful question. But yo, it started back like I have to say back when I was in elementary. Like that's when I started like yo, my older brother put me on like he was big on music,
You
like he
running
was big
even
on
like,
R&B.
what about
He
like
was
when you was younger? What was the kind of vibe of your parents and stuff?
oh, I would say like not too much. Maybe my mom would play a lot of music in the house. Like she'd do a lot of chores to music in the house, especially on Sundays. So it'd be a lot of like gospel music and all that. Like that was the vibe, you know what I mean? But like I didn't get to myself into music until like elementary. Like my brother put me on. Like he was on more like a R&B tip, Michael Jackson, all those type of vibe, Prince. So like I was onto that, and after that's where I got like my heavy dose of music. It started from there. I had I had the tape deck from early on. And after went on to the CD, then made the evolution to like the MP3 player, made it onto the iPod. So like music's been like I've been like involved in music like pretty much my whole life. You know what I mean?
And like when you was like young with it, was it just like as a fan, or were you like already interested in getting more involved in like making it, or is it just more like
No,
your brother was sending
it
it
was
your way?
mostly yeah, it was mostly like I was mostly a fan. Like the interest didn't come until like later on, like I made it to like CJ, bro, like about college. That's where like it really interested. But before that, like just strictly a fan and like, just really dissecting the music for what it is. But
And
like the really interest to be like, okay, yo, I'm gonna like maybe try this out, see if I can do it on my own is like, yeah, like it was like in college.
so what were you? What was like a passion? I mean, I know you was into the footballs and stuff, but like, what
Yes,
other
sir.
kinds of stuff was you up to when you was younger? Then, when you was young, high school days, like, what was the early activities of KD2Times?
Yo, man, like I was heavy in like online gaming, man. Like I don't know if people know about it, but I was on like Major League Gaming, like a lot about like
Oh, yo, let's
Halo
run that
2.
back. How do you get into that?
Just like online, like it was basically me and my little brother. And after that, we ended up finding someone else online that ended up being from Montreal. Then like we became very good friends. Right now, he lives out in Atlanta. But like, we ended up making like a Halo team. Like just it was us three. And after like we picked up like a fourth person. So like I was like very like nerdish back like in like high school days. Like I'll just like game all day. It was basically like Halo 2, Rainbow Six Vegas. Like that's all I really did. I just played video games like throughout. That's all I did.
I mean, but you play competitively. Like, that's
Yeah,
actually wild.
let's get it. Yeah, it's because instead of leave like online tournaments, we did like in-person tournaments as well. Like we had to like we drove down to Toronto and stuff like that. So like yeah, it was like pretty
Yo, how
serious.
many
Super
people
serious.
be traveling to Toronto to fucking actually do anything, let alone a fucking pro video? That's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like even like now, and even now, like I don't play. Like I have my my PlayStation there. Like I barely play it anymore. I just have like no time. But like that's still something like if I have like an hour or two to myself, like I'll still turn it on and like run a game of Madden or whatever the thing is. But I'm not deep as I was before, for
Fair
sure.
enough. I mean, I mean, the one beautiful part about the adolescent years is you can actually put like real time into some shits. Now, I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's fascinating how you turn gaming into something like more than gaming. Like, my gaming is I throw on a giant solo RPG game and get lost in the universe and then watch YouTube videos about it after. Your shit's like, I'm squatting up, we taking over, we running it. That's so
Yeah,
nifty.
for
What's it
sure.
like to be part of a competitive gaming team? And I'm not asking that unironically. Like, that's actually an interesting aspect of life. Not especially when, because we're like the same age. So like back then, like that
Yeah.
wasn't the norm.
Yeah. It was just that I didn't want to see myself like as like wasting time and like if there's a potential like money to be made from it, like and if I'm playing, like why not try it out? Like, like if I find that I'm good and like our team is good, like why not just try it out? Like if I'm here putting in hours on the game, I might as well try and see if I can get some like dividends out of it. You know what I mean?
Did y'all end
So
up winning?
no, there was no like yo, we kind of got smashed in the tournament, but it's like yo, it was a humbling experience. It was a learning experience. Like you may be playing online and you think, oh yo, you're good, but then you meet some real guys that could like they could work the sticks, and it's like all right, yo, you guys are pretty good. So like it was cool. It was a good experience. I can't say like I wouldn't I wouldn't go back on it for anything, but like it was fun. Like pretty much enjoyed it like that time. Like the little few years that I did it, like yeah, I was down with it. It was cool.
It's wild. It's almost like any other dream though. Like you get to the real leagues and it's like, oh, it's like that, like that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, not for sure, man. Yo, you run into some people that are like really nice at the game, like they could actually play, just like if you play ball, hockey, any like sport, like, there's guys out there that are highly like better than you. And it's just like, all right, you do this better than I do. And like, yo, that's cool. So like, yeah, no doubt, man. I had a lot of fun doing it. And then eventually, like, it just died down, like everyone got older, different paths and all that. So it was cool. But like for the time being, man, I was with it. I was 100% with it.
Honestly, that's really cool. I like the fact that you're like honestly a pioneer in the sense of like early era of online gaming. Because if it wasn't for cats like, and I'm not saying that hyperbolically, like if it wasn't for people
Yeah,
taking that initiative, showing up at the tournaments, doing those things back then, it wouldn't be the industry that it is today. And
100%, 100%. Like the esports is blowing up. Like like they're talking about doing it in the Olympics and all that. But like before, like MLG or Major League Gaming, like it was very small word of mouth, and you really had to go like search out for it. So like to see how it's become now, it's just like if I had a hand in it, which or even if it's like a small percentage, then man, I'm cool with it.
did you ever go to New Gen and all that?
I was at New Gen, but I wasn't more so on like the computer games. Like I wasn't on Counter Strike or like StarCraft. I was more like a console gamer. But like
Right.
yeah, I was at New Gen and what's the other one that was by Snowden? Forgot the name.
Fuck, I forgot that existed till you just said it. I don't remember its name, but I know what you're talking about. For the
I
people out
forgot. I
there,
forgot.
these are like
I forgot the name. Yeah, I forgot the name.
basically,
It was across from the Metro, but I forgot the name. But yeah, there was one over there as well. I
and
was
then
there too. I forgot the name though.
and then like yeah, these are just like basically video game bars. I don't know how else to put it. Like you'd show up, pay your
Yeah,
250 for an hour. You're renting a
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
computer slash whatever. You gamed, and they sold you junk food.
Yeah. New Gen was crusty, bro. That thing was like so contact and like people were there for hours just like eating chips and like gaming with like soda. Like it was bad, but like it smelled like smelled like BO. People didn't shower, but that's what gaming was back then, bro. You know what I mean? Like people were just they're dedicating their whole time to video games. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's a wild concept, and then the internet appeared, and it's like, well, we don't need Nugent no more.
No, that's it. That's it. That's what happens, man. Like evolution. So and then New Gen is what it was. But that's still a staple of Montreal, man. People that are from Montreal, especially like DG. If you're like grew up in our era, like yeah, New Gen is like a staple.
Absolutely. I never actually played. Well, I went one time. Actually, I lied. I went to Nugent one time, played Counter Strike one time, got destroyed, and said, "Fuck this." Never went
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
Nugent.
that's
I
what
was
I
like,
feel. Yeah, I hear you. So yeah, at least you tried, bro. At least you tried.